Hey, welcome to Vine and Thorn Witch. So I just did an unbox and an explore of the Murder of Crows Tarot. And now I thought I would share with you how when I first open a deck, I love to just do a card pull to see how the deck wants to resonate with me. So there's no intention I'm going to have here. It is just, hi, how you doing? And how are we going to work together in the future? So I'm going to leave the link down below on the unbox and explore of this deck. And other than that, let's go ahead and get into this 3-card pull. So the 3 cards that I'm doing here is not like the past, present, future, or any of the other varieties for a 3-card. This is just a 3-card tell me a story. It's one of my favorite ways to pull 3 cards to where I'm just letting the cards speak for themselves and it's in the moment, rather than having any like focus on it or any other intentions. Okay, so right away again, I'm looking at the back of these beautiful cards and how they have such depth to them. Oh my goodness, look at this. This looks like the skin of a snake. I love it. Who would have thought that this beautiful art, which has kind of a labyrinth, get lost in your dream world kind of a feel to it, would create a snake skin when you lay them out like this. I don't know, that's what I see at least. I think that's gorgeous. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull 3 cards. Over here, this one is getting me. Oh my goodness, this is the one that kind of stood out to me when I was looking through the deck. I love it. Okay, and then let's go right here in the middle. Okay, oh, that feels kind of intimidating. All right, and let's see. I think this is going to be the final card. Yes. Oh my goodness, the Hangman. What are you saying to me, deck? All right, let me pull out the book, and I am not going to put any of my interpretations in this. I'm not going to try and read it. I'm just going to take it as the raw form of the deck and the energy and just read the booklet on what the booklet is going to say to me with these 3 cards. One thing I found really interesting about this deck is you really need to know your way around tarot, because it doesn't have any of the classic identifiers that most tarot decks kind of stay within the guidelines for. Of course, like the Hangman there you see does have that and stuff. But what I love is worked into the art. At the bottom you can see the 4 of Wands, the 9 of Cups. So it still gives you the guidelines, so you can look it up, so you can familiarize yourself with it. Like if this is your first tarot deck and this is the one that was drawn to you, it still has those identifiers in there. So you can look up in the books, you can work with it, you can learn tarot. And I love that about this deck. Okay, so the 4 of Wands is the first one there. The strange possession winds its way through the fields. In this bleak and desolate land, any harvest is a blessing to be celebrated. Voices lift together, joyous at the new spring up, and sorrowful remembering those who passed beyond the veil this season. Each cycle brings new joy and sorrow. These rituals help us to find and hold our place on the wheel and plateaus. Oh, right away. So I got this deck because I wanted to work with it with Shadow Moon and doing some shadow work and some shadow magic. And it is resonating beautifully with that goal. Okay, let me go on to 9 of Cups. Your guides and angels urge you to travel further and plunge into depths. But the journey has also taught you so much about striving for something and learning to experience joy in what you find. You now know how to fulfill your passions and say to the dark voice of skepticism, "Be gone. I have fought hearth and home, and you aren't wanted here anymore." Oh my goodness. That is such a powerful card. It is interesting to look at that art and how you're in the shadow of the crow, but you're moving forward and away from it. Oh, that's so gorgeous. Okay. And then we have the Hanged Man. Let's go over to the Major Arcana and find the Hanged Man. So we all know the Hangman's standard, but here's what the book reads. Caught. Your feet are bound and your body hangs in the void. You struggle. You cry out. but the only answer is the mocking cry of the crows. In this place of loneliness, you still have yourself. Bide your time. Let your bonds become your anchor. In the stillness, your unbound spirit flies free. From this new vantage point, the world may seem strange to your eyes. Perhaps it was always this way, and it took an unexpected inversion for you to see it for yourself. Yeah, so this deck is right away saying this is a shadow work deck. That there's joy, there's balance, there's understanding, there's truth, there's wisdom to be gained from the things that we experience and learn from. And that is exactly what I was hoping for this deck. So overall, my impression of this deck, it is a beautiful, dark, gothic, kind of eerie in a little sense, but dream-like in other ways. And it's perfect for any kind of shadow work, or if you're into the more macabre kind of vibe, this is that perfect deck. The cardstock is nice and thick. It's a semi-gloss, which is not my most favorite because it's a little bit slippery. I like a card that's going to kind of grab onto the deck and make it more difficult for cards to fly out and hit the floor. But overall, this deck is really gorgeous. It's going to have a long, long life of being used because of the thickness of the stock. The art, every single card is unique and beautiful and really intriguing. Like, every single card, I want to sit and just look at it for like 5-10 minutes before I kind of speak to my own intuition in any way. So highly recommend Murder of the Crows Tarot. And thank you so much for spending a few moments of your time with me as I kind of explore and resonate with this deck and to share it online. I'd love to hear what you think about this. If you have worked with this deck is like 4 or 5 years old. I finally just brought it into my own home, and so this is a new deck for me, but I would love to hear if anyone out there has this deck, if you've worked with it, and how you feel about it. So hopefully you're having a beautiful day or night, and as always, happy witching.